call the May 8th, 2023 meeting of the City of Jacksonville Beach Planning Commission to order. May we have roll call, please?
David Dahl.
Here.
Margot Moore.
Here.
Nicholas Andrews.
Here.
Colleen White.
Here.
Justin Lerman. Justin Henderson.
Here.
Debbie Cole. Here.
We have some minutes. Do we have any discussion of the minutes or any proposed changes? Asking my fellow commissioners, does that apply to both sets of minutes? Is there any objection to taking both of those sets? So with that, do we have a motion for approval of the minutes of April 10th, 2023 and April 24th, 2023?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. With your vote, we'll have a mayor vote. Mr. Quigley, do we have any correspondence?
No correspondence.
Thank you, sir. Do any of my fellow commissioners have any disclosure of ex parte communications to make? None, let the record reflect that. Any old business, Mr. Quigley?
No old business.
New business, please.
Right. The one item you have tonight is PC 0823. It is a conditional use application for property located at 700 Beach Boulevard, also known as the old Sonic location. The request is for conditional use approval for outside seating, for outside restaurant seating area for a new restaurant located in the Commercial General C2 zoning district, pursuant to section 34-343D14 of the Jacksonville Beach Land Development Code. The request is for approval for a communal outside seating area between two structures at the soon-to-be renovated Sonic location. The proposed new project would involve a complete renovation of the former Sonic building, removal of much of the awning used for car parking, a change to the property's traffic flow and driveways, as well as the construction of a second structure and additional space for a rotating food truck. The proposed outside seating will be between the former Sonic structure and the new structure to the south, which is actually the north. The site plan is a bit confusing. There will be a new patio constructed between the two structures, and combined, the proposed outside seating area will be slightly less than the 50% of the combined inside space of the two structures, or roughly 1,072 square feet of outside seating. The proposed new use will be a shaved ice franchise. The proposed location is the site of the former Sonic Drive-In located between Beach Boulevard and Cheddar Avenue. The site has sat vacant for many years. The new owners intend to renovate the site while upgrading some of the infrastructure, such as stormwater. Additionally, the new project will realign some of the driveways to better accommodate traffic flow. The new site plan also includes dedicated parking space for a rotating food truck, which will also be able to take advantage of the outside seating. There will be adequate parking, vehicle stacking for the drive-through, and required landscaping provided. The adjacent properties include a retail gasoline station and convenience store to the east, a commercial shopping center to the west, light industrial and storage across Cheddar Avenue to the south, and multifamily residential across Beach Boulevard to the north. The proposed outside seating area should not negatively impact adjacent properties and is consistent with the previous uses. Based on the provided application and analysis stated in the report, the Planning and Development Department recommends approval of PC 0823.
Thank you, Mr. Copley. Just for the benefit of the public, I have a few sort of thoughts about how we work up here. The Planning Commission bases its decision on competent, substantial evidence, including testimony provided at this meeting. Any person who is not an applicant or agent that wishes to speak will need to fill out a speaker's card located on the table by the door and turn it into the clerk. It is our practice that regardless of the type of issue we are asked to decide upon, each member of the public is given 3 minutes to speak on each item. We ask that everyone refrain from speaking out from the audience, applauding, groaning, any of that, as we try to ensure an atmosphere where everyone listening or in attendance is comfortable, and we ask that you silence your cell phones. With that, would the applicant please come forward to be sworn in and give a presentation? Or at least make yourself available.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please raise your right hand, state your name and address.
My name is Elizabeth Alfuente. My address is 14603 Plumosa Drive, Jacksonville, Florida, 32250.
And Matt Wyckoff, 14603 Plumosa Drive, Jacksonville, Florida.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
What would you like us to know? Please say what would you like to tell us?
Yeah, we're somewhere, obviously we're new at this, but we been looking at this property for many years, the eyesore, and just decided to come up with a concept, and I do business with Bahama Bucks, the franchise company in South Florida, and their corporate headquarters in Lubbock, Texas, and they have over 100 locations in the Texas and Arizona market, and we thought it would fit right in here with Jacksonville Beach.
So the actual building that's there, the old Sonic, our plan is to remodel that into the Bahama Bucks franchise. It's kind of like an icy dessert place. There will be a drive-through, so we do need to change the way of the traffic flow, because in the front of the lot, we're gonna put like a pavilion-style building to give extra indoor seating and shade, all while there'll be a spot for a food truck, rotating food truck, a daily rotating food truck to provide food, and then we'll have the outdoor seating for entertainment and more like a family-style atmosphere.
Do any of my fellow commissioners have questions for the applicant?
Can you tell me what your intended use is for the new building that it fronts the Beach Boulevard side?
So as of now, it's a pavilion style. There'll be 2 extra restrooms indoors, and then the storage room. So that will give extra indoor seating. We will put seating indoors, and then that will also flow to the outdoor patio area between that building and Bahama Bucks.
So
In shade.
basically an additional covered seating area.
Right.
Correct.
I just had a question on the traffic flow. Looks like in the new proposed, you added a driveway for coming out of the drive-through on the, was that
7.
the west?
Yeah.
Where does that come out at? Does that property go all the way to the street, or is there another property adjacent to it?
So it goes to the street. Across the street is the BP gas station, but there is access to Beach Boulevard from 7. Does that answer your question?
So if you hang a left, you go
Right.
back towards beach. It's a similar layout of the sandwich place,
Jimmy John's?
Jimmy John's, correct? Yeah,
Freaky face.
pretty fast.
Yeah, I guess I'm just, like on your plan here, it's like you show some parking still in that spot where the driveway is gonna be. Is that parking going away? Is that still?
That will not be parking.
Okay.
Further questions for the applicant? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll now open the public hearing. Do we have any speakers cards? Seeing none, is there anyone from the audience who would like to address us? You can speak to us and then fill out a card and provide it to the clerk.
Sorry, bear with me.
Please raise your right hand and state your name and address.
My name is Trev Smith. I live at 2009 Waterway Island Lane, Jacksonville Beach.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say I support this and just have and say thanks for your time out here, and it's hopefully we can get rid of this eyesore that's been sitting around for 20 years. I mean, it's been kind of rough. And I'm a native here, so you drive by it every day. It's kind of, it's time. So that's all I really wanted to say.
Thank you very much, sir.
Please raise your right hand. Oh, thank you.
Christopher Brown, 820 Shatter Avenue,
Do you swear,
Jacksonville Beach.
do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you.
The only concerns I have is whether or not there's going to be enough parking, especially when they're talking about adding food trucks. How many food trucks, how much space do you have to have next to a food truck, how many parking spots are actually going to be used there, and how many are going to spill out into the surrounding areas like every other business in the Shatter Avenue corridor. We already have had parking variances put up and down Shatter Avenue, and cars are spilling out all over the place. It's become a major problem that it falls on deaf ears. I've been in front of the Board of Adjusters a few times, and it doesn't seem to matter. My only concern is to make sure that they have adequate parking for what they're planning to do. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, will you just fill out a speaker card before you leave tonight and hand it into the city clerk's office?
I'm sorry, what?
A speaker card, will you just fill out a speaker card and hand it into the city clerk before you leave?
Okay.
I don't know whether to ask the planner or whether the applicant would like to address anything that's been brought up.
Well, between the provided parking and the stacking for the drive-through, they meet our parking requirements for the code.
Of course, okay.
So they're providing adequate parking.
There was also a question about the number of food trucks.
So we do have the understanding that we are only allowed one food truck on the lot. So there's only one little spot dedicated for one food truck per day. Yes.
You would still have to have room next to the truck for the patrons to patronize the truck.
Sir, we shouldn't really be having
Oh.
this exchange, but we can ask the applicant to answer the question. So we're trying to get your question answered.
So, the food truck, where the food truck is located, there will be outdoor seating, so, any customers that come in, there's plenty of, parking, surrounding the property. And then the parking is, consistent with the requirements, and then there's plenty of outdoor seating for the customers to sit and eat and enjoy.
Through the chair, if it's helpful, food trucks don't have any parking requirements per the state law. We basically have to allow them with some minimal requirements for spacing from the right of way and things like that. But they can go in a commercial area, and they are not required to provide any additional parking when they're there.
And is there a Jack's Beach requirement that there could be no more than one at the same time?
Yes, yeah, we have a limited basis, the acreage of the property, as well as the distance from restaurants. So this property can accommodate one food truck. Now, they can have multiple trucks, but only one at a time. And each one would have to be registered at that location.
Thank you. I'm going to close the public hearing. Do we have any discussion, any questions from Mr. Coulter? Do we have a motion?
Motion approved.
Second.
May we have a roll call, please?
David Dahl,
Yes.
Nicholas Andrews,
Yes.
Colleen White,
Yes.
Justin Henderson,
Yes.
Margot Moore.
Yes. Your application has been approved.
Thank you so much.
Planning Department report?
So, your next meeting is going to be May 22nd, which is Monday. There's one scheduled case. And then as a reminder, we will be having the Joint Planning Commission, Board of Adjustment, and CRA workshop on the Land Development Code and Comprehensive Plan Update. And that will again be Wednesday, May 31st at 6 p.m. and we'll be in this room. It'll be a similar setup where we'll have the chairs on the floor and the consultants will be there to go through. At this stage, basically, we've given them all the known concerns that staff had, plus all the input that we got from the previous round of public hearings and council workshops. And they're going to be presenting some broad ideas on solutions for some of those problems and code changes. But at this stage, it's not going to be like a draft that you'll be reviewing. It'll just be boards with, basically proposed solutions for some of those issues. And
I'd like to raise again the potential for moving forward an hour on our meeting time. We've discussed that before.
I couldn't hear what you said, sorry.
Moving the meeting time up from 7 to 6.
Well, we're still kind of in the same issue where council's having their briefings in the adjoining room from 5:30 to 6:30 or 7 in some cases, like today. And the speaker system runs into both rooms. So until council decides to move the time for the briefing, we're kind of stuck. We can't really move up any sooner because we'll be stepping on their meeting at the same time.
Madam Mayor, or was there any possibility of splitting the speaker system? Or does that have to remain in place because that's a removable wall?
At this point, there is discussion about upgrading the sound system in this building, but I don't know what the plan is for that space or not. If you look under this desk, it's kind of 1980s technology, so.
I will not.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, we're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.